Hey guys, how are you? I was just sitting here on the front porch kind of taking a break. Uh, Welcome to Swamp Donkey Gardens. It's been a minute since I made a video. I think it's about, I don't know, a week or so, a week and a half. Yeah, we got just sitting here taking up the sounds of Wild Willie and his Harley. And I was using my garden weasel on my on the mulch in the front, just kind of freshening it up and taking some of the weeds out of there. And I've just been going around this morning and just kind of taking care of some weeds, and that's an annual job here. I mean, weeds are an everyday occurrence. So I mean, you just have to bear with it and stick with them. And as a matter of fact, I got one right here that needs to be dug out. Yeah. No, but like I said, I was here where it's about, I think it's about 10:30. I think it's June 16th, something on the order of that. Like I said, we got everything's growing, everything's going real well. I got the postman delivered a fun.com Halloween costumes for my son. He ordered a Halloween costume, so you know, I don't know what he got going on, from some costume party or something. But yeah, I just figured I want to take you around, show you what we got growing, how the garden's going, take you around the property, showing you some of the cool trees and plants and things that we got going. And it's like I said, it was pretty cold this morning. It was about 45. They're calling for about 40s tomorrow, which is kind of, yeah, it's all right. It won't hurt nothing. So yeah, let's walk around the property here and let these cars go by, and we'll Erica. So, but we have our tree, and I don't remember the name of it, but it almost looks like it has a plant like a lily tree, but it only blooms one time a year. But I think I showed that in the last video. I think we got that in there. That was pretty cool. That comes with orange flowers, and that one's about done. All the flowers they need, all we're gonna have to pick all those off there. These here or there, you know, and you just go in there and pick them off there, and I think at the end of the year we'll get more of those. We got some lilies there. We got pretty cool little flowers over here. She's got a bunch of cool flowers planted. We pretty much turned this into a flower bed on this side, down to the edge of the house there. And these ones are pretty cool. If you can see those, they're pretty neat. Very pretty. Well, we have some hydrangeas planted there on the edges of the clothes poles. This is a neighbor's house. And then we got She's got some stuff planted in there. We got some cover. I don't even remember what they're called. They get little purple flowers, but we just put them in not too long ago, and they're haven't taken. Some of them took, some of them haven't. She's got all sorts of cool little flowers and climbing flowers that go in there. I think I lost my piece of paper. Now this plant I want to show you over here, which is pretty cool. It's a lot nicer in the sun, but it is a Weigela. Weigela, Weigela, and it's a bush, but it's more of a tree. But if you keep it pruned, it gets these really cool flowers on it, and they're really cool. They're really pretty. This is one of my favorite ones, and it's an old. I noticed a lot of the flowers in the and around the house are old German ascent flowers. I know they just are. I get, you know what I mean. I guess the people that lived here before were Ernstbergers, so that's pretty fluent German. So we live in a pretty German community. But yeah, I thought that was real cool. I'm going down around here. We got some trees, and but yeah, oh, there's security. But yeah, we got some stuff planted there. Junk pile, a little bridge to nowhere. So let me throw these babies back on. We'll go over by the trees here. And I gotta admit, I had a whole video yesterday that I was gonna show you how I trellised tomatoes and stuff like that. I lost it. But we'll go around and we'll just do a redo. Yeah, we have, what we got here is we just put this rose bush in. This one here, and it's just a bush rose. And then she has some kind of plant back there, and then this is a lily. Which just comes up, it's a real cool flower, and then there behind that, there's just I think that's just a pink rose, and then beside that one there, which is it's blooming there, the rose there is, and that's another bush rose, and that's always pretty cool. I mean, they don't get real big, but they get real nice. And then she's got lavender planted here, and it smells really good. I like the smell of that one. And then there's another bush rose behind that. And she has a climbing tree it's a bush. It would be, it's the tallest one back there. And then I think we have a plum tree, but she's doing real well. And then these are our begonias? No. I can't remember the name of them. I can't believe it. But they're popping. They're really good. But they've been here. They're native to the peonies. Peonies. That's what it is. Peonies. I knew I would get it. They got little bulb flowers on there like this, and then they turn into this here, and they attract pollinators, the bees. The ants really like the peonies, and then below them, you can't really see underneath them. That's all wild strawberries, all down and through here. And you get little strawberries if you can get them before the slugs get them. Then we got my favorite rose, but you can't see it real well. The lighting's not real, but it's right here. It's got two rose heads on them. And it comes up like a tricolor. It's like a peach, like a peach color, or an orange, red goes to maybe a white. There's a little more. It's really cool, and it smells almost like you just want to eat it. And then we got another little peony bush over here, which that one comes up as pink. But if you notice the little nodes in there, they're like a hot pink. If you can get in there and see them, they can, yeah, they're pretty cool looking, I think. Focuses. But yeah, that's peonies. And then the tree beside it, which this is a huge pollinator, and butterflies love it. It is a fuzzy Dutzin, Deutzin. That's, like I said again, it's a German. I don't know. They say it's a hedgerow tree, which it's cool looking and it smells good. Like I said, the bees love it. And then, oop, watch the dog poop. Then this little one behind it here, this one here is a common privet, which it gets big. It's almost a tree. And then this here is a forsythia. It's an Easter tree. It's a bush, actually. It's huge. I trimmed it all down. But yeah, I thought them were kind of cool. They're really blooming. Like I said, that one. See if you can see that in the background. Let's get the whole thing in there. Pretty neat. And that thing comes back every year. And like I said, the butterflies love it, and Bud's loves chasing the butterflies. He never gets them, but you know, it is what it is. He likes to chase them. So we'll come around here, and we do have to harvest 1, 2. These are need to be pulled out of here. Look at those babies. Got a 6-pack of little red gems, radishes. Our beets are doing real well, and all in between. Let's go into the garden. I got some basil planted there. I don't know if that's gonna make it. I got basil planted everywhere. I love basil. It smells so good. You could just take a handful of it. I'm gonna set these over here. Let's put you down. You don't need to be so tall. How's everybody doing? But yeah, we got itty bitty beets. All in between where everything's growing. We got a bee, even be a, yeah, be a. If you can see that there. Beet growing out the ground. Any more than hunt? We got our cabbage is doing real well. We got to keep the slugs away from it, though. They like to eat that. So there's a couple bushes up there that are needed a little attention. But after I got a little. This is the problem, I guess, of the group. These two. Oh, this one's not so bad, but let's see here. This one here. You got some leaf curl. Yeah, that thing's dang near curled right up. Matter of fact, I'll pull that one off. But this is from too much water. We've been getting a lot of rain the other day, and right here in this little spot here, it collects water and it wants to drain. There used to be a drain right down that way, but I put this garden bed in and took the drain out, and now it likes to drain from here or there. But these are sitting in a little bit too much water. So, and like I said, we've gotten a pretty substantial amount of rain in a real short time here. So, but that's what's going after them ones. Them ones up on the end were getting ate up pretty good when they first planted in there. But they're, like I said, I knew they were going to come back. We can overcome them stupid flea beetles and them slugs. But really, that's, you know, knock on wood or whatever. That's the only pest problem I'm having right at the moment is slugs and flea beetles. But I do see every once in a while, and I hope the birds get them. There's these little white butterflies. They are They are vine borer beetle. Uh, the little white butterfly goes around and lays their eggs on your squash or anything that vines, and their larva goes on the legs or the leaves, and they make their way down to the stem, and they bore in there, and wherever there's no roots, it'll go in there and it'll start eating inside of the vine, and it kills it. So I know a lot of gardeners have a problem with the vine borer beetle. So that's why I've planted a succession of cucumbers and another round of black beauty squash, and what was the other one? Oh, I think a golden zucchini. So, but yesterday I had a bunch of garlic scapes, which we had for supper last night, but I don't think there's any more in there. I guess this one here is kind of one that I missed. But if you go in there and you want to do this to your garlic, as soon as their scapes come out, they come out and they're like a curly. That's one that's been broke off, but that's kind of what they look like. But they'll look like a pig's tail coming out of there. You want to pull them off your garlic. Hey, look at old Buckethead lost his bucketing behind me. So, but you want to pull your garlic, or not pull your garlic. You want to pull your scapes. I'm trying to look around to see if I missed. I pulled them all yesterday, and I had a whole big handful of them. But like I said, I goofed that video up, so we'll do another one. But yeah, I think this is the last one here. But like I said, they're delicious. You can dry them, you can eat them. I just usually cut them up, fry them in butter, and they're delicious. They're garden. Yeah, garden. They're not garden. I did that yesterday too. They're garlic scapes. But yeah, that's just explaining that garlic scape. That's what you want to do. You want to pull your scapes out, and then actually this will turn into the flower, which is right here. It's starting. And if you keep them in your garlic, it will put all its energy to the flower and not to the bulb. You don't want that. You want your bulbs to get bigger, so you take your scapes out, eat them, and it's better for your garlic. Makes your bulbs bigger. So our onions are doing real well too. They'll be, I'm gonna say, probably another 2 or 3 weeks, and I'll pull all those. I was sitting there. I guess I could have showed. Our carrots are doing real well. It looks like this side's bare, but it's really not. There's carrots coming up all along here. These are all carrots. This is a carrot. This is a carrot. That is maybe a carrot. There's some down here. But they're coming up. So we'll have, these ones will be up first to eat, and then within a couple weeks, some other ones they'll catch up. But you have to really, I don't know, if you don't use mulch, I guess I don't use mulch in my carrot beds. You really have to get after the weeds, because they will outgrow your carrots if you don't, you know what I mean, if you're not paying attention. So but once the carrots grow up past the weeds, then the weeds don't have a chance. And I am growing weeds. I got this little bed here, which I got stuff kind of sitting on there, but I set the radishes and stuff over there. But this here, I got to come in and till it. I had onions in there, but the weeds took over, and I think there is a couple little onions in right here and here. But yeah, the weeds took over, and so we'll have to redo that. But all the peppers are doing good. They're all rocking and rolling. And the tomatoes, I'm telling you, the cherry tomatoes grew, I don't know, probably in 1 week, they probably grew 7 inches at least. And like I said, the peppers are doing super, super good. Cabbages, they're doing real well. They ain't getting ate the heck up yet. A little couple holes here and there. Them stinking slugs, but I got some slug pellets down there. The tomatoes up there, rocking and rolling. And our beans, look at my trellis. I was trimming that that tree over there the other day, and my fence trellis only goes up to here, so I brought down. You can do this with any, and like beans and stuff like that. It doesn't have to be a real super sturdy trellis. So I just stuck some beans or some trees into the, I wove it in between the fence, and I did that, and my beans loved it. These are my outer beans, so, but they're climbing right up there. They're going, and I got another one over there. Yeah, let's stick over there. So and these are all going to need staked up. These are our yellow pear, and I'll stake them all up, and they're doing really well. Yeah, I can't complain about that. Like I said, all our tomatoes, everything's doing real well. Like I said, other than them few peppers and stuff like that, that was really the only problems that I had going on. And I got a few more melons here that I gotta get in yet somewhere. I'll show you what I did up here. There's not to step on it. There's a cucumber in there, and I got up the row there. I took these pots and just cut the bottoms of them off, so they can grow right in with the soil, you know, right into the dirt. But I didn't want to put them down in this ditch because I'm kind of leaving this for a drainage. I was going to plant something in this ditch here, going all the way up here, but I'm just going to leave that as a walkway. And that's, my water drains out of there pretty well. It's got a pretty good slope all the way up and all the way down. My water drains down, you know, drains down this way. So, but I put these. This is a cucumber, and I think it's a bush style cucumber. And then I just put Romas the rest of the way up. Yeah, these are Romas. And I put the Romas in there because I didn't want to get a huge, you know, a huge tomato plant in there, but I can manage a smaller tomato plant in there. So, but then there's another cucumber, and we can trellis that up. Oops, coming down. BJ and the Bandit. Did I miss it? Oh, I did. Just kind of a different color scheme. I don't know if everybody remembers BJ and the Bandit. I do. Or was it BJ and the Bandit? Maybe I don't. Whatever. Yeah. Anyhow, back to it's cucumbers, and then there's two more Roma tomato plants. Romas, and then another cucumber at the end. So we'll have cucumbers coming out our wazoo because we got more down that way. And then I put one. I ran out of pots, so I put one here. Cucumbers. This is my watering rack. And I got a few tomatoes scattered here and there. That's a yellow pear, like that one. That one is a mortgage lifter, I believe. Yeah, and our cherry tomato, like I said, our yellow cherries are there, but these cherry tomatoes here have grown real well. Which they were probably only about, I think in the last video, pick some suckers off her. In the last video, I think they were only about that high. So, but they grew, like I said, everything's taken off. Everything took into the ground, and you know, it takes a week or so, you know, for everything to acclimate to the ground. But I got quite a big mess in here. I guess we'll take you in here. And I got radishes there. They all need to be up and going. And then we got another round of lettuce, which once these get out of here, I think there's more lettuce. And our beans are here. We got, look at, woo, snappies. Oh, we got some experiment tomatoes. I'm just gonna let them go. I ain't trellising that one. And that one back there I have trellised. and then down underneath there's more mixed greens. And I got a bunch of junk. There's some experiment tomato plants, and I think there's 2 Romas and 2 cherries in that pot. And then back in this shelf here, all the way back, I'm taking that all this stuff will be out of here, all that stuff down there, and this will be a whole garden bed. We'll turn that all into a nice garden bed, minus the, like I said, we'll get rid of everything back there. And then in the back here, we'll take out that insulation and the plastic, and we're gonna put a door in there, because we'll be able to raise bed all the way back in the back. So we already harvested we'll be on our second thing of lettuce back there. And look what we got here. Little nuggets from the Lord. And this one's ready. Don't tell Carrie, but I'm eating it. We've been eating these for a couple days. We come down and hurry up and get there. Oh my God, is that good? Anyhow, let's turn you down here. You see how I got these pots? I just learned this the other day. This is how you would grow new strawberries. Now these going into these pots are the runners from the strawberries, which they look like, I think this is a runner. Yeah, it is. Matter of fact, you can put this one in a pot. Oh, this is actually coming from this one. So, but I'm not going to pull it out because I can see it was just kind of hanging there. Yeah, you take the runners and just put them in a pot, and they will grow out of these little nodes. These ends here. If this would be in dirt, like if I'd put that in dirt, that would definitely root, and I would have another strawberry bush. So with these 3 pots, actually there's another 4th one over there, which that one's kind of out, but I guess I can show you that one. See how it has 3 little bumps coming, or 3 little roots coming out of there, which I got this sucker they all need watered. But yeah, I just put them down in there like that, and in a couple days they'll get roots, and then I'll cut from the main vine off of there. This one here, I would cut this vine after it falls off, and this one actually already has another runner coming out right here. So I could actually put this one in another pot, so that would be 5 new strawberry plants. So I just learned that the other day, so I thought I'd share that with you. If you knew how to do it, you knew how to do it. If you didn't, there you go. That's how you make more strawberries. So every runner that we see, we're gonna make she really wants a strawberry patch to where she can go out and pick and do is what she wants. She said that's her favorite thing to do. So guess what? That's what she's getting. So and I mean, it won't be this year, but it'll be definitely next year. We'll have more strawberries here. So, like I said, I had a whole video yesterday. That was kind of what we had going on in the greenhouse. So if you want to recap, but our squash is kind of, I don't know. It's got some yellowing, and we'll see. Like I said, we got extra backups if that don't make it. Our tomato plant, we need to stake that up. We got some more basil there that I'm going to plant around. We got another experimental tomato I put in the pot. Well, let's go down here before we get into. Oh, look at our the potatoes in the pots. They're huge. I hope we get a bunch of potatoes out of that. Yeah, but I got this greenhouse as far as I'm going with it. Yeah, I didn't put the roof on it. I did put all the sides on it in the back and the doors if I want to close it up a little bit. But and it looks like some stuff needs watered here. But we got cucumbers are going in later on tonight. Another cucumber. I think there's 4 cucumber plants back there. And then in the front here, yeah, in the front along here will be, which I have some cherry tomatoes, but my mom-in-law is bringing some San Margero tomatoes, so we're going to pack this whole side with San Margero, and then we'll put some fencing in the back along the back wall there for our cucumbers to trellis up, and then we'll use our string trellis system all up in our rafters of our roof, and that's what we'll string trellis our cherry tomatoes and our San Margeros. And then on this side we have some random more tomatoes, which this is that's a Capson Pink, which he needs to be in the ground. He's huge, and I see it split off here into 2. So if you can see that there, it's split off into 2 here. So, and this one's kind of tough. This is one of them tough ones. You can usually tell which one is the leader stem, but on this one here, you can get that out of the way. Here's one, and then there's one, and then usually the leader stem has the tomato sprout, but this one's directly in the middle. So if you can see that there, directly in the middle of the 2. So which one do I cut off? I guess we got 2 stems on that one, and we'll just trellis them both up. So, but yeah, so as you can see on this one, we have our main stem, which is, you know, coming up here, coming up our main stem, which we have a sucker here, which we'll take out of there, sucker there, we'll take out of there, a sucker there, we'll take out of there. I usually use my scissors. Nice sharp pair of scissors really helps. And then we got our main stem coming up, and then we have our tomato growth. As you can see, our flowers, which that's what we'll get our tomatoes out of. And then our stem goes this way. Our main stem goes that way. But this one over here looks like a main stem too, doesn't it? But it's not. That's a sucker. As I can tell, the main stem has the flower and the tomato nodes off of it. So this one here would be goodbye to you, Mr. Sucker. And you can plant these if you really want. And that is a Cherokee purple. And you can take these, and I would go in and I would cut it off with a pair of scissors real nice to give it a thing. And you can stick that right in the dirt and bury it right up to about, I don't know, right up to the top of right here if you want. And that's the way you keep your tomatoes, instead of saving seeds. And if they're not a heirloom tomato, the seeds are probably not going to be true as what they were to the last year. But if you want to keep whatever tomato plant you have true to your breed, right there is how you do it. You just plant that. You can plant that, and that will take root, and you will have another Cherokee purple. So, but yeah, I explained all of that on the other tomatoes yesterday, how I cleaned them out of there. But that's a best boy. That was the last best boy I had. So that's the only best boy I got planted. Well, I think I have 3 more planted, but I like those ones. And then down here, there's 2 Brandywine tomatoes. So, but yeah, that's our greenhouse. That's what's going to go on in there. And our corn. Yoo-hoo, we got corn, man. Yes, sir. We got corn. The corn is up all over. There's a couple little spots where there isn't any, like here on the end. there's a couple bare spots. Well, I'll come out here and I'll throw some more seeds in, you know, and I'll kind of fill them up, and them ones will just come up later, and you know, it won't matter. We'll just harvest them ones a little later. They'll just be a little smaller, and hopefully they don't get shadowed out by the bigger ones. But I don't think they will. And there's our sprinkler system. We use that. We haven't used that in a couple days. We haven't needed it. We had rain. Like I said, I was kind of nervous. Well, the other day we had the ditch behind us fixed here, which we have already pulled that out. But anyhow, that's another day, another story. But that was all fixed. But this the other day was underwater. There was quite a bit of water in there, but hopefully the corn likes it. The corn really likes water, and it's really packed. That was really packed with nitrogen. So yeah, no, we got some peppers over here in some pots, and then ones back there need some water. So does this one. But we do have some flowers on a lot of our peppers. We do. They're little, but we do have some flowers. I don't know if you can see that. Hey, you can see that in there. There's a flower. That's a pepper forming. Hopefully a bee comes over and pollinates that, or hopefully it's a self-pollinator. But we need to do some trimming on these. That'll be another project for another day. And we got Romas at the bottom, and then Cherokee Purples over there. But yeah, this is what I did yesterday. I trellis. See if we can get a side shot of this one. We got everything is trellised. I don't know if you can see that in the background. Everything's got a string. Everything's got a pole or a place to. And the reason I kind of did this, I guess we'll go over to these other ones and get a little. You can see a little better. I'm going for airflow here. So if you can see there, you can see under. I went about, I would say about 10 to 12 inches, and I clipped everything up. I took all the suckers out of there, and I got some of these are, I mean, they're huge. We got tomatoes, we got flowers, we got, like I said the other day, I took a picture and put it on the page of the bee. But yeah, they're doing really well. They really are. But like I said, this one's kind of a good example here. I got about 12 inches up, and I got nice airflow under there because the leaves were all droopy, and they weren't droopy. There was nothing wrong with them, but they were, you know, and there was really no airflow, and we had a bunch of rain, and I didn't want, you know, that's the way to harbor bugs, to harbor disease, is if you don't have enough airflow through your, you know, through your tomato patch, and the way I have them planted there, they should be, you know, they're pretty packed in there, so I really have to pay attention to the airflow. I was just trying to get down there so you can see. So you can see that's pretty open. I can see all the way up to the Roma tomatoes. Actually, the peppers, I can see the Romas back there too. But if you can see, yeah, that's how I keep my tomatoes. I don't like them to drag on the ground, because everything that touches the ground is a bridge for a pest, or like I said, if you have wet soil, and which I mulch these with. I have all black plastic there, or, you know, black weed fabric, and that's what I use as my mulch, and that works. For me, it works real well. I mean, I have, like I said, I have the straw, which I use also, which is a good mulch. Some people use grass clippings, which I don't. I don't know. I just don't. I don't get enough, and I don't collect them enough to. And if I do collect them, they go down into my compost pile. So, but yeah, let's go around here and. Whew. And these peppers are doing super good. Like I said, potatoes, the Yukon Golds weren't doing so swell before, but they're rocking and rolling now. And they say every shoot is potential to have, you know, 3 or 4 potatoes on it. So they're all doing real well. The reds the reds up front, I don't know what's going on with those, but there's only one shoot out of there, but they're doing real well too. Which, like I said, I trellised these. There are aromas, which normally I would just stake these because I know they're not going to get big, but like I said, kind of the same concept, kind of. I mean, they're not going to get real big. They're probably only going to get about 3 or 4 feet tall. But so I don't really take a lot of the suckers off them. They're determinate, so I don't really trim the determinants. I do take them down to where, which I got this one pulled over on a vine, or over on this pole here, which, you know, like I said, the airflow is key to keeping my disease away, you know, keeping the blight off. It's just a way to keep that's how I keep my tomatoes growing. You know, not saying that that's how you have to do it, but that's the way I do it. And some of them, like I said, I ran into where I didn't know if it was a sucker or if it was I'm trying to look around here to see if I can see one. Oh, right here. Which I see this today, I can tell on this one because you got your main vine and you got your tomato thing, but this would be a sucker. But I'm just going to leave this I'm going to trellis that over to this pole will be its buddy. And then I'll pull that away from there and it'll open up airflow. And look at this, I left this on here to show you, look at the size of that leaf. You know, that's a brandywine, so that's a potato leaf tomato. So but they get lunker leaves. But the ants don't like me being over here. I was over here yesterday trellising it up, and they're just all over here, just the black ants. They don't hurt nothing. But yeah, this is a big old trellis. I just stuck that in the other day. Let's see, I'll show you how the end. I screwed it into my box, and then I screwed it from the other end of the box, and then I pounded some stakes down in there, and then I pounded those stakes to that. And yeah. That's our tomato trellis. And I did the same thing there. I opened up all those tomatoes. So yeah, she has flowers and stuff planted over here. But I'm laughing. I got to take you up here. I was sitting there. Me and her were sitting out, I don't know, the other night or maybe the other morning, whatever. We were sitting outside on the front porch, just kind of taking in nature. Listening, you know, the sounds of nature are so, I don't know, so peaceful, especially when it's nice out in the morning. And I don't know, that's just my favorite time. But we were sitting here. She says, "Do you see we got something growing here?" I said, "Do?" And I was going around the next day. We have. No, it's up here by the front porch. This is the front porch. That's where I was sitting. It's got to be from Halloween or Thanksgiving time. And I think there was a carrot. If I'd have let it go. But yeah, that's all. I think it comes up on my picture. It comes up to be squash. So that doesn't really tell me what kind of squash, but I think it's a pumpkin. I think it's from we had pumpkins here for decorations. But yeah, we got little pumpkins growing in the side of the front yard. Ooh, look at this hoopty. That's my daughter's buggy. Woods buggy. No. But anyhow, here I just wanted to show you everything. We got a lot of things growing. Hope I'm not going too long. More lilies. We do have some roses here. But I thought that pumpkins or squash but who knows what it is, because that's where the fruit stand or the veggie stand was up out there a little bit. But I think, you know, I took vegetables in and out, and who knows if it was a squash that got chucked over there or a cucumber. But so I'm kind of curious. That's a mystery squash. But this baby's pumping out some roses. You got at the bottom there a little bit there. starting to get ate up a little bit, but we'll amend that and take care of that. So, but I'm pretty proud of these over here too. Actually, Carrie should be proud of these because she planted all this. These are all lilies. You got some decorative grasses there, lilies, and these things are they're just crazy. And I noticed there's some holes and stuff in some of them, like this one back here, and that would be from slugs. Like this, that leaf there, pretty holy. Holy leaf! No, but yeah, that's what that is. But yeah, the garden looks pretty good down there. We did just put these flower beds in there. We'll take a walk down there, but as we're here, I gotta shout out another thank you to everybody that joins the channel, YouTube, Facebook, everybody that showed up and supported the garden here. You know who you are. I got a big thank you. Buckethead thanks you. I don't know why he's got his hat off, but yeah, we gotta throw a big thank you out. And if it wasn't, I mean, if it wasn't for you guys, we would still do it. But I mean, it just makes it so much funner. It just does. And we got a little purple bean down there, right there. Let's see, we got a little purple flower in there. Yeah. No, but yeah, no. Like I said, a huge shout out, thank you to everybody that helps out. You know what I mean.